And so the problem is that we are trying to understand the mind on the level of mind. And that will just go on forever and ever and ever. This is not a mental understanding that I'm pointing you to. You will require understanding until you get to the point where you realize that you don't require understanding. Because I have to start showing you cognitively and clearly what I'm pointing to. You know, and I say this often, I'm going to say it again. This is something that your mind is really going to resist. My name is Tom Notarianni. There is no Tom Notarianni. When I came to this earth, I did not come here Tom Notarianni. And you didn't come here John, and you didn't come here Jenny. I came here and someone pointed at me and said, "You're Tom Notarianni." And then in case I forgot, they wrote a piece of paper that says, "Here you are, you're Tom Notarianni. Welcome to the world. Here's your social security number, Tom Notarianni. Now you can pay us taxes." Then I became Tom Notarianni. And I had been falsely believing myself to be Tom Notarianni this whole time. Tom Notarianni is a concept, an idea in my mind, because it didn't stop at Tom Notarianni. It was Tom Notarianni, you're a good boy if you do this, and a bad boy if you do that, and believe this, and follow this religion, and do this, and do that, and don't do this, and don't do that. And this idea, this concept, this mind-based concept of what a Tom Notarianni is arose. No different from the concept of anything. A tree, a bird. It's an idea. That mind-made conceptual idea of myself is my ego. My mind-made conceptual identity story of myself. Am I making sense to you? It's really rather plain. It took me only 20 years to be able to say that so plainly to you. But that is your good fortune, because I am really pointing you to something rather complicated, but I can say it to you in such a plain way that's so easy to see that it's just undeniable. And I'm not trying to mess with you. I'm just, enlightenment is described as seeing things clearly as they are. When we see things clearly as they are, as opposed to the opposite of seeing things clearly as they are, is seeing our mind-based, story-fied version of things. When we see things clearly as they are, the answers are quite simple. And so I'm trying to provide some clarity. So, when we go beyond thought, we are even going beyond the idea of ourself. That is a hard thing for most people to stomach at first. Because when I say that I'm here to blow up your world, what I mean is I'm here to show you that your world is just an idea in your head. And it's just imaginary. I'll give you some really straightforward examples. You live on Earth, right? How do you know that? How do you know? Somebody told you, right? Today is Wednesday. How do you know? But how do you know it's Wednesday? Everybody else tells you it's Wednesday. You see where I'm going? There's no Earth. There's no Wednesday. There's no time. All of that just lives in your mind.
Something that you said just a moment ago about when you are seeing things clearly, I can't remember exactly the words that you used, but it makes the answers are easier. Can you say more about that?
When you see things clearly, the answers are very simple and obvious. It's your vision is so foggy and so blurred because the way that you're viewing reality is you're viewing your reality through the lens of your conditioned mind. And so you don't see reality as it is. You see reality as your mind is telling you reality is. You see your mind's version of reality. And that's why we all live on the same world, but not in the same world. That's why 2 people, 10 people, 100 people can be in the exact same circumstances, having completely different experiences.
But then it's also your ego trying to get what it wants, right? At the same time, because like you sometimes see what you want to see.
That's all part of the story.
Yeah.
It's your ego's story, and you really do see what you want to see. And I can give you a very benign example of that. Did you ever like, there's a car that you want, right? And you really like this car, and all of a sudden you start seeing that car everywhere? You ever happened to you?
Right.
Right? Those cars were always there. Just now you're looking for them, and you just always find what you're looking for. So if your mind creates a story that this world sucks, you know, and man, just people are rotten and this world sucks, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see evidence of that everywhere. If you have a story in your mind that this is the most beautiful world and an amazing, amazing experience, you're going to see that everywhere.